Hey guys, Havoc here. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming. Here's an alternative scouting route for highway. Now, for many years, when I'm a light tank on highway, I've always done a similar thing, going up trying to scout the open side there, and trying to create a firing vector, so I'm not only am I spotting them, but I can put shots in from a different angle. But recently, I've been doing it different. And I'll tell you why when we go into the game. But before we do, you might notice my fit there. So if you saw my video, the ELC gun carrier, where I went onto the sandbox server and played with the new modules, I've created a variation for the EU server. Now, I have used improved gear because I had like 14,000 stuff there, like bonds. I was going to save up for a tank, and then I thought, you know what, I've got loads of tanks, and I didn't really fancy the M60 or the other one, and I didn't know what's going to come out. So I thought I love the LC, and money was spent on that, and I already think it's awesome at doing the scouting game. So I've got optics, I've got an improved ventilation, I've got an improved vertical stab, and I've got about 80 of these directives that I've got through Battle Pass, the ones that help the vert stab. And you know what? In actual fact, with the improved vents, I think it works almost as good. The gun's not quite as good as on my gun carrier video, right? But overall, I think the tank works a bit better because obviously the improved vents helps camo. You get spotted less. It helps all that stuff. So it'd be nice just to show you what it's like, because it's amazing. The gun, I got a game that I need to record where I am just lacing things with this gun and not missing, and you don't typically able to do that. What I like best is the synergy between the aim time and the reload of the shells. Whereas before you would reload and then the aim time was still coming down as it blooms after each shot. With this, it kind of really works. You'll see. Let's go into the game and we'll talk all about it. So we're here on highway and we're North Spawn, and typically what I would do, I'd go along like that E where the E line meets the D line down at like 4 or 5, and I would scout up and shoot the stuff up on the one line there, and and I would typically do a good job of it, and more often than not win that flank. However, what I've noticed is most of the time other light tanks go there as well, and you end up doubling up, sharing the spotting damage. One of you will draw attention to the other one. So what I've started doing now, which I love, and it works in a number of different light tanks, is coming down this end and scouting out the heavies. Now, we've only got one artillery on this game, on this match, but when you've got 2 or 3, it can really work out well, especially if you tell the arties that's what you're going to be doing. So I push down here, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a run, and I know I've got really nice camo, so the chances are, unless there's a light tank here, you're not going to get spotted, and even if you do, you can turn around. Now, I will say that there's only 2 light tanks on either side, so the chances of one of them being up here is slim. However, if there's 3 or 4 light tanks on the side, you do want to be a little bit careful doing this, right? And just go at it a little bit more tentatively. Now, what I've decided to do, because I've seen no light tanks and I've spotted a lot of stuff, I'm going to go forward now and sit in another bush, see what else I can see, and just kind of push my luck a little bit. What can I see? What can I see? Okay. So now my team knows everything that's there. It's all been spotted for, and that's good. There it all is. Look, it's all there. They've got all that information they need. Now, the Hotch is having a little run round there. I think he's being shot at, and you can see that only our HTC's gone up that other side there. So the Leo's pushing here, and we've got, thankfully, lots of stuff coming down this way. Now, it's good because a lot of tanks had that information, right? So now they can relocate as accordingly. And now I'm pushing forwards, and I can see stuff. So there's a T-34-100 Tier 7 tank, and the Hotch has just gone and got himself killed. I think the Senlak and a few of the others finished him off. The T-34-100 there that I'm looking at now finished him off. Now I'm like 342 meters away, so providing nothing else is even close as him, I'm safe to shoot this guy. And again, with the setup I've got, sniping at almost 400 meters with this gun, you can see there's a really nice synergy. By the time that shot is reloaded, I'm fully aimed. Whereas before, by the time it's reloaded, you needed to wait a little bit more. So it'd take you longer to get your clip off more accurately. And that extra second or 2 gets you shot. But now the Samil's gone behind the trees, and I'm almost reloaded now. So let's see what we can do. 1, nice. 2, nice. tried to put the blind one in, and obviously I got it wrong. But again, 2 lovely shots, bang on the money. And already I'm up to 1,300, almost 1,400 joint. I'm on a 15-second reload. The heavies are out here in the city. We've lost 2 tanks, I never lost 1. But it's looking like the other side's going to fold now. That Senlac needs to die, thankfully he does. This SU finishes him off. The T-54 is kind of like not really doing anything now in the city. He's kind of in limbo, not sure what he should do. We've got a Super Hellcat there waiting. We've just lost our SU. And look at this guy. So he's going to look at me. Stop slightly. Lovely. Again, this tank doesn't perform well on the move with its gun. But with this setup, it performs beautifully. Right, so I'm still able to perform a scouting roll, but now this tank's got teeth. Now what I want to do, I'm going to lose my spot, and I'm going to see if I can harass the back of these heavies. Basically, strategically, we've lost the other flank, so I could go up there and help the Super Hellcat and the Chiri. But what's the possibility of me making a lasting damage there? What I need is the help of my heavy tanks. And how I'm going to do that is by helping them win. Right, there's a few half damage ones there. So if I can get up there and put some shots into them and get this battle done over earlier, then these tanks can turn around and go and help defend the base. And that's what I'm going to try and do. And look, I could just get spotted just there. Finish the the T-69 off, and now I want to try and put some shots into this 50 TP. Get one shot in, bounce the second shot, unlucky. But do notice, all 3 shots hit then, and again, lovely. I call this the Havoc's gun carrier fit. It's beautiful. It's so good. I've played so many games in this tank, and one of the big problems is the gun. It miss shots. You know what I mean? It aims in slowly. When it's aiming in slowly, it gets you shot. So doing this, look at how small that circle is when you're on the move. It gets really small really quick. Now, I don't know if you've seen the tank, the video I made about playing bottom tier. This is not bottom tier, this is mid tier. It's a tier 9 game, right? But it's about using speed to decap. This is almost certainly one of them cases where I need to use my speed now to go and decap this match. Very important. Now, if this is what I do, bearing in mind that, you know, we have got the upper hand, if I can just get us decapped, that's all good. Now he pulled in, damn. I was just waiting for it to aim in then. Now, arguably, it'd be nice if I could have shot that AMX-30, but I've only got 5 seconds left. Now I've just bought myself a little bit more time. Now I've just taken a big whack from the AMX-30. And I'm thinking to myself, if all I do now in the rest of this game is decap, I've done well. That's it. Decap, lovely. Now I try to put another one into him. I get tracked, and now the AMX is coming in, and I get shot. Right, this is not looking good. I'm trying to escape. I'm set alight, and now I die. Now, what I want to highlight to you guys is what I should have done is when I come around on that Hellcat and I put the shot into him and decapped, rather than carry on around and trying to get another shot in, knowing that the AMX-30 was there, I was heading towards danger anyway. I should have took a hard left and gone down the hill. Had I just got that one shot in, not tried to get another one, hard left down the hill, now I'd be down the hill and I'd be reloading, ready to carry on the match. It don't matter though, because I got over, I think, 2,500 joint base damage and damage assist. So it's a really nice game on the damage, the mark of excellence. And as you can see, I'm 6,269 in the WN8. Now, for all intents and purposes, that's a good game. You know, that's a game that you can be chuffed with. There's nothing wrong with that. And I used the strengths of my tank to do that decapping. Without a doubt, if I hadn't have done that, this game would be over now with a loss, wouldn't it? Yes, because no one else was there in that time. I used my speed, I got round, I used my gun, an auto-loading gun. I took one tank out, I decapped the other one. There was 2 tanks on cap. Killed one, then I killed the other one. No, I didn't. Then I damaged the other one, and then I got killed. But that's a sweet little game, that. Now, whilst this game's finishing, let me tell you all about my history company. I run a non-profit company based in the UK, and what we do is we raise money by making documentaries and stuff. And we do like live theatre shows, we do walking tours, and we do visitor information in our town. We do all sorts of things like that. And we raise money, and then we use that money to provide our schools in our area with free experiences for kids. and these kids love it. We dress as Vikings, we dress as Romans, World War II, we do metal detecting, we do pirates, we do smuggling, we do all sorts of things. If we can, we like to get the kids outside and do it at the beach, or deliver these experiences, you know, in the place in our town where this history took place. It is super amazing. Have a little look for yourself. You'll see that what we're doing is super cool. All I'm really asking you for, if you can, is a sub to our YouTube channel. We're trying to grow it, trying to get some more people interested in. If you could sub to us or maybe tell people about it, that would be fantastic. Also, I've been out of this game for 3 years now. It's a very different place from when I left it. And I really enjoy coming back and playing this game. And there's some changes that I think are amazing. And there's some changes I think that, might need a little bit more thinking through. But overall, I think the game's a better place to be than when I left it. And that's why I'm back making videos. I come back. The same thing happened down in Lakeville. I realised that people still need videos, and what I was doing before was a really worthwhile thing, and I should carry on. And that's why I'm making videos again. And if I can help some bad players or some new players get better at the game, have more fun in the game, create some teammates that are better for us to play alongside, then I'm achieving my goal. So if you wouldn't mind subbing this channel, or maybe even showing someone that you feel might need the help, I really do appreciate it. And that's it really. We're about the end of this game. That guy finishes that guy off, and that's the end of the game. Let's go to the post-game stats. So here's the post-game stats. That's a second-class game. Top on experience there, 2 kills. That's nice. I think we are about 4th or 5th on damage, which for a light tank that's mid-tier is pretty respectable. Managed to get 141,000 credits, but that's only because I got 70,000 for doing a mission. But other than that, it was actually an 80,000 credit game. Now, if you think about it, that's not too bad. 80,000 credits, by the time you take everything off, you save 50, 60,000 profits, something like that. That's nice. Really enjoyable tank to play the ELC even 90. Although I would say, especially if you're a beginner player, it does take a lot of skill, a lot of patience, and it's certainly not a tank for a beginner. I would definitely recommend playing more lights, more auto loaders. Get used to that. If you're starting the game and you like lights, and you want a premium tank, you can earn some credits with. The Type 64 is a really good bet. It is so lovely, that Type 64. It's one of my first tanks I got as a premium tank. Also, the Chinese light line, it's not amazing, but it will train your crew and help you up there as well. But it's just one of them lovely tanks to play at tier 6 as a light. In some ways, it plays very similarly to the T-37 American light tank, although it does have some different qualities. Anyway, that's all for this video. Really do appreciate you stopping by. Please come back again, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.